really want to thank you for being here. This is, for me, Allendale 24. Our track record speaks for itself. We're at about 4.2 million raised since this has been done, and it's all due to the great people out there that are willing to work it. Now, why do we do this? Well, let me ask a question first. Who is here for their absolute first meeting? Okay, good. About maybe 10, 15, maybe we have 20 new ones this year. Well, this is, there's a reason that people work at this event year in and year out. One, it's successful for the organization, the American Cancer Society, and also the joy that it provides, because we're about to enter a journey. It starts now. It goes on for several months. It will take us through another luncheon meeting here on May 22nd with Congressman Ted Deutsch as our speaker. It will take us to a kickoff party. It will take us to Allendale itself. As you know, we're still doing it the same way in a lobby of a hotel. It'll be this lobby in here. It'll be June 23rd to 26th, 9 to 4 or 5. That will take us to the Up the River Cruise in August, and finally a closing party in September. And through that journey, we will laugh together, cry together, get to know each other well, work together, and most importantly, serve the goal of this great organization, the American Cancer Society, and raise what our goal is this year, which is $200,000. And I think, seeing who I see in the room, and the new people, and our sponsors, who I'll talk about later, I think we can do it and beyond. Why do we do it? Okay, let me give you some statistics. Not all pleasant. In the U.S. last year, 590,000 deaths from cancer. 1.6 million new cases diagnosed nationally. Locally in Florida, 114,000 cases of cancer will be diagnosed in 2015. 43,000 deaths. Why is it important to everyone in this room? Because 43% of all males will sometime in their lifetime develop cancer. 38% of all women sometime in their lifetime will develop cancer. But that doesn't mean that they won't be cured or won't be treated, because we have many, many unbelievable success stories. Why did I get involved? Well, 24 years ago, I was a newlywed, and my mother-in-law contracted the worst form of cancer, pancreatic. Bad then, bad now, unfortunately. And when she passed away after 60 days, which is not uncommon for pancreatic, my wife and I wanted to do something important. So about 10 months later, she had a baby. I was instrumental in that as well. Her name was Sabrina, named after my mother-in-law, Sylvia. And right at that same time, I got involved with the American Cancer Society in this very event, Allendale. And along the way, I've picked up great people, from Steve Einhorn to our sponsors, to Mike Satz, and the many, many elected officials that have helped and worked on this event over the years. I want to tell I want to say, before I tell a story, I want to just say that if you're not familiar with the American Cancer Society, if you just stumbled in here by accident, you have stumbled in to one of the greatest organizations in the country. They are award-winning. All the people that review charities, the Wall Street Journal and this and that, that review charities, they give the American Cancer Society the highest of marks, the lowest administrative cost to the most money going to where you would want it to go. 50% of everything we raise in these coming weeks goes to research. The rest goes to education, so people can look for cancer. Early diagnosis is a key. We teach people, we teach women how to self-examine themselves for breast cancer. A great example of that is a colleague of our honorary chairs today, Debbie Wasserman Schultz, about 9 years ago, in the self-breast exam in the shower. She discovered a lump. She knew, because she's worked with us in the American Cancer Society, she knew something was wrong. Anyway, she had her surgery, she had her treatment, she had her 5 years of tamoxifen, which is a drug that was developed by an American Cancer Society grant I'm very proud of. And she's going to be fine. She's going to have a long and happy life expectancy, and there are so many like that. Those are some of the great stories that we will laugh about and embrace. There are some not so good stories, as you know. I'm going to tell you a story right now about a friend of mine. Okay, and this friend of mine was an activist. For many years, including with this organization, and a few years ago, she decided to run, as many activists do, run for office, and she had a great chance of winning. The state representative, Elaine Schwartz, that was term limited out, had endorsed her. There were fundraisers. There was a lot of excitement. But unfortunately, this friend of mine got a call from New York. Her daughter wasn't feeling well, and when they went up and got the diagnosis, it was a bad diagnosis of acute myeloid leukemia, one of the blood cancers. And then she entered a whirlwind of a journey that I wouldn't wish upon anyone with her daughter. First of all, she gave up any hopes of running for office. She put her daughter first. She, her daughter had 2 bone marrow transplants, 14 sessions of chemotherapy. For a while, it looked like it was taking, and then for a while, the news wasn't good. It was an 18-month odyssey that Megan Geller and her mom were on. Months in hospital rooms, doctors along the way, a lot of great people trying to help, but in the end, they couldn't help. And about 2 months ago, Megan lost her battle with this type of leukemia. And you know, it's a horrible thing, but the fight goes on, and her mom, I'm happy to say, my friend, is in the room. Many of you know him. Many of you followed the story. Many of you know the loss of Megan, an incredible young woman that wanted to be was in graduate school in education because she wanted to be a teacher of teachers as the best way of uplifting our education system in this country. She never realized that dream, but Elaine Geller, my friend, is with us today. She's going to work on this event as she always does, and I just want us all to just give her a round of applause for what she's done for us. I don't need more than that one story to continue battle on. And I want to add one postscript to that story. And she might even be embarrassed to hear me say this. But when Elaine Geller was running, she had amassed some money at fundraisers for a candidacy. And when it was obvious she wasn't going to be able to run, she had that money in her campaign account. And if I'm wrong about this, Mitch Caesar will correct me. But you're able to give away your money in a campaign account that isn't used to a charity. And unsolicited, I get a call while Elaine is going through all this with Megan. David, I want to turn whatever I've raised over to you, Jail and Bail, and the American Cancer Society. Thank you, Elaine. I really appreciate that. All right. Now, what are we going to be doing? I want you, one other thing about the American Cancer Society. I want to introduce another friend. His name is Jim Waldman. He was a state representative. Come up, Jim. He's a candidate for the state senate. And along with Honorary Chair Ted Joyce, one of the greatest friends the American Cancer Society's ever had in Tallahassee. And he's accomplished a lot there, including that dollar tax on cigarettes. I want to have you read, Jim, something. The words are very important. They're not just empty words. We really mean this at the American Cancer Society. If you would read our mission statement.
Thank you, David. But first, before I do that, I do want to say thank you to everybody here for all you've done. Thank you for what you're going to be doing, because without you, we wouldn't be anywhere. We wouldn't be able to begin to fight the diseases that we're fighting. So I want to thank you. I want to thank David for all of the years that he has participated. And the words are very important in the mission statement, because one of the key words is advocacy. And I'm going to read it. But advocacy is so important, and the Congresswoman can tell you about that. It's important to go to see her when she's up in Washington or even down here. But if you get out there and you talk about it, and you see your elected officials, you see the people out in the community, you talk about it, you will make a difference, and a great difference at that. And with that, I will read out the mission. The American Cancer Society is the nationwide, community-based, voluntary health organization dedicated to eliminating cancer as a major health problem by preventing cancer, saving lives, and diminishing suffering from cancer through research, education, advocacy, and service. Thank you all for all that you do.
I think you might have, oh no, I've got I thought you might have taken my agenda by mistake, but I've got it. Anyway, how are we going to raise the money? The veterans that have been with me decades, almost, know the ropes, but let me be tedious and bore them for a few minutes and give you the game plan, okay? And we're going to show the film in a second. I'm going to tell them, the folks orally what we do. Okay.